Alright, this is the Grasp Rastered Amara build. We're going to show this to FnJimmy so you can know how to grab shit. First, let me check my favorite for a cloning maddening tracker, and there's nothing. Okay. So, here's the important stuff. I've got it spec'd out so I can get to any of the 4 different elements that you can use on the Grasp. Right now I have it set to ice. You can set it to fire or corrosive, and to set it to shock you have to go into manage loadout and unequip, and it'll default to shock. So let me just put that back on ice for now. In order to unlock ice, you have to get down to the second row, so that's why you have 5 points in this purple tree. This just gives us extra splash damage. It was the best of the 3 here, I think. Where's the other short one? Green, same thing. I need to get down to corrosive, so I actually only have 2 in here. There's 3 from the class mod, and 3 in here. This was a pretty good one. Just bonus damage is always good, and then a little regen health because she can be weak sometimes. All right, so important stuff. So this is, where is it? All right, action skill cooldown rate, 25%. Always good to have. Weapon charge time. This is great because there's some Malian 1 weapons I like to use. This is the one that lets you use your action skill twice during the cooldown. And this is the orb that'll come out when you overkill something. And this will go up to, like, I only have 1 point in here, and it'll still go up to like 500-600 million. So it's crazy. I don't think putting extra in there is really worth it. We do need to get down to this action skill augment here. This is the action skill you're going to use most of the time, Ties That Bind. So the cooldown is only 18 seconds, and I get to use it twice during that 18 seconds. So every 9 seconds you should be grasping something. And like I said, there's stuff that increases the cooldown too. We'll get to that in the gear. Where is Infusion? This is going to add, well, not add, this will convert 40% to your action skill element. So if I'm using a fire gun and my current action skill is ice, so I'm going to get 60% of the damage of that gun as fire and 40% as ice. This is really good for keeping your magazine full. Every time you kill something in the bubble, your gun gets reloaded. This, I found out the other night, does not work super well in a group of 4 when there's gas call grenades and all sorts of shit going off, because if I don't get the kill, it doesn't seem to matter. It says any player, but man, I didn't notice it. Maybe it's bugged, I don't know. Increased magazine size is always good. Indiscriminate, this is super important for this skill. Your bullets ricochet and do damage to other things, which is great for, you'll see, with Ties That Bind. And with certain guns, it does even more. A little bit of lifesteal here, not super important. We need to get to the bottom of this tree, though. Extra effect chances really help here. And Forceful Expression gives us a bonus 18% damage as your action skill element. So remember, I had 60% of the fire and then 40% of the ice. Now here's an extra 18% ice. And it'll change depending on which... so I can make it fire or corrosive, or shock. So that's super important. And now, the guns. So Rowan's Call, this is the one I was talking about that works really well with that indiscriminate. You get 2 bullets back to your magazine, and ricochet 2 bullets to the nearest enemy when you do a crit. So you can basically get unlimited ammo, not quite, but pretty close if you're good at aiming. And when someone's in the bubble, it's even better because the Ties That Bind damage will spread out. Also, I have the augment on here. When Grasp is active, your weapon damage is increased by 150%, so it does even more damage. I have this one in Lightning. Really, any element will be okay. It really just depends on what your other guns are, I think. I could probably use a fire one of these. I'll have to look and see if I have one, because what I don't have on me right now is fire. I have a Radiation Lethal Chaos on, which is the adapting version, which means it takes 2 ammo per shot, but does double the damage, as you can see in the card there. Action skill N, next 2 mags will have bonus cryo. So basically, anytime I grasp something, next 2 mags are going to have bonus cryo, and since I grab every 9 seconds, it's almost 100%. So that works really well. And this gun, if you don't know, this is one of my favorite guns to shoot. Shoot it down to the dummy, but you can see it just explodes sticky little bombs on things. So, and those bombs will do critical if you do a critical initially. So you can really rack up the damage there. And that was without even using the action skill. I have a Blood-Starved Beast here. This one, it's ice, and it does bonus corrosive on action skill, and so this is basically my yellow bar melter. This is drops from Evil Lilith. It's a pain in the ass to get, but it's a really fun gun to shoot. I have some other guns we'll look at in a bit. And then the Free Radical, which just destroys stuff. I have a consecutive hits on this, which, man, it almost feels like cheating. I don't know. Of course, the Revolter, I have one that does fleet and booster, so I get more movement speed when the shield's depleted, and a 15% chance to drop a booster that restores some shields, which is good, and of course the mandatory action skill start anointment, so you can trigger that. Now this, in this gallery here, I can't actually grab the target dummy, so it won't activate. So just to show you what that does, I will switch to a different action skill just so we can activate it in here. So now you can see the electricity on the side of my screen, and stuff will shoot even faster, and you can see the M's coming off of him. They're 4M. Just dropping millions, right? That was grasp, so let's shoot one of these. Where's my chaos on? There it is, okay. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Put it back to Ties That Bind. So I didn't explain Ties That Bind, but basically when you grasp it, an enemy, it'll link other enemies nearby and they'll share some of the damage. That damage can actually go back because of this indiscriminate thing. It might bounce back to them and then go back to them again, so it could really clear a room. Phasezerker, this isn't the best here because TDR weapon damage I'm not using, but and not all these guns are SMGs, obviously, but two of Amara and Chaos Sun is probably my favorite to use on there. But weapon damage and SMG damage is really great on there. If it was like action skill cooldown or action skill damage on there, it would be better. Still looking for a god roll on that. I'm just using a recurring hex, a 2-3 here, but action skill and bonus damage. I do have a Murph-tacular one I'm going to try playing with, and a Mesmer, which I've had bad luck with. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, it just doesn't work the way I want it to. But another good action skill end is on grenade thrown. Sorry, anointment would be on grenade thrown to get 25% damage with your guns. And then this other Murph-tacular hex I have here has a regenerate grenade. So if I'm running low on grenades, I can swap over to this one and just start building back my grenade supply. I'm using a Snowdrift Victory Rush, and this is practically a god roll here. I mean, I don't know about area of effect damage. Splash damage is good on Amara, but it's not the same as Mo's. Magazine size is great for everybody. Action skill cooldown rate, since, like, you know, I'm trying to get that up every couple of seconds, this is great. And then the Phasezerker, you'll see anytime you grab or use your action skill, you'll get your rush stacks up, and those rush stacks will actually affect your cooldown rate as well. So I'm getting another 5% action skill cooldown rate off of that. So that is the basics of how that's done. Let me make sure I got the right action skill on. And let's go kill something real quick so we can take a look. Let's run Athenas because that's the one I know the best, and we can run through it super fast. And the other reason I'm using that Snowdrift Victory Rush is it gives us movement speed, which is... There's a lot of places where you can just run forever in this game, and man, it gets a little tedious, and I like just sliding through it all. But also killing a badass will give you that... I forget what the percentage was. What is it? 18% movement speed. in damage for 60 seconds, and when you're playing on Mayhem 11, you're always less than 60 seconds away from a badass, right? So you should have that up almost all the time, except right at the very beginning. Oh, God. I'm never going to get another cloning maddening tracker. Alright, let's go. So you can see how the slide just goes super fast with this and get to where you're going. And watch out for these hidden
crystals to crack.
Purple piles while you're out here, and let's just grab some shit and go. Let me get rid of this. Now see that ties the bind, and then he's gone. And now watch that orb. That guy's gone.
Somebody shoot this one.
Let's see if this orb's gonna get somebody. Oh, look at it, look at it. Oh, he's gone. Hey, buddy. Where'd you go? Boom, everybody's got 10 millions out there. Do you see that? That's crazy. Let's spawn some more shit. This guy thinks he's cool. He is not. The ball ain't even got nowhere to go. Oh, it's gonna get him, it's gonna get him. 238, yeah. And that was ice damage on him, so that was cool. So this area's clear. And let's just check for any more purple. Purples, okay. You do gotta watch out where the barrels are when you're sliding, because that snowball will come out and it will run straight into the barrel that you're facing and kill you. And it'll usually be when you're in between enemies and you won't have anything to shoot, so do be careful. I like to run right into the middle of shit because you want that ties the bind to hit a lot of enemies. See, everybody just died over there. Oh, there's... I didn't even see that number. Look at that. It's too much. Just keep grabbing. Doesn't even matter. That guy's a frostbite heavyweight and I'm hitting him with ice, you know? He doesn't give a shit. Ow. Oh my god. What is that? That sound is just awful. I hate it. Okay, that is another area clear. Let's check the chests. Let's smack this bullshit.
Reveal your secrets, crystals.
Purple guns, don't care. Oh, we got a purple chest. The animation lock on this is just stupid. Like, just let me open it, right? Come on. A lot of garbage. Another hidden purple here. Those aren't always hidden. Sometimes they're actually there if you don't know. This one's actually showing up, so that's good. Let's hurry up and get to the next. There should be a purple thing around here somewhere. There it is. Has to get that purple money. It'll pop a lot of the barrels for you too when you deal with that, so it's really great. Let's use a different gun. Let's use the case on here. Love it. Jump up here, get this. Nothing.
Those crystals resonate with me.
Oh, we got another chest. Jesus.
So much
And I froze
power.
myself. Should be two more hidden things here. I'll spread them way out there. And one up here on this flat spot. Yep. This is one of those areas where it's like you gotta run a long way, so super helpful to have snowdrift. Jumping over the border. Okay. Let's use this Rowan's Call so you can see how that works. This is the one with the bonus 150% during grasp, and it does its own ricochet thing apart from my spells, so into any crits there because I'm terrible. So just like one crit there, and they're just toast. What did I grab? I didn't grab anything. Come on.
Take them out.
Okay. Oh, he's electric. God damn it. Now, let's try this stuff. Boom. Just gone. Just gone. Just got 2 hits on there. And, I think there's one over here.
Crystals to crack.
Sometimes there'll be a purple chest here by this tree. There's not a ton. I just take my time and aim here because if you do crits, it's just so much better. There should be some hidden purple over here. Where are you? Oh, hi. I don't even really have to hit.
So much power.
What?
Hands up.
I don't know how that grasp missed. Okay, so this boss here, as you know, this is where you actually get this gun. He is basically all electric, so let me make sure I have a cloning battery tracker in there. And I am going to switch my... Oh, sorry, I gotta go in here and unequip for electric. Unequip, so let's get shock. And I'm going to use this free radical because it's pretty much the most shockingest gun I have. That's right, and there's nothing to grasp here, so it's not going to really reflect. Hit him with it, there we go. And look at that health bar. Oh, he's just dead. He's just dead. Go check these other chests. Hot garbage. Oh, 1.7 million, I'll take that. There's purple over here. Yeah. What do we get? Baby Maker Plus Plus. Super fun.
Let's see how those crystals resonate.
Got orange in here. What do we got? Oh, Jimmy's favorite. Scourge. Nothing. Not even a million. Are you kidding me? Alright, that is it for that. I'm gonna stop recording now, so, get good!